mean, obviously you've been in it for longer than me, but looking at it, watching from an outsider until I got here, it was super explosive. Even watching Hendon play, watching Joe play, especially that Alabama game. I know a bunch of recruits said that kind of caught their eye.
Yeah.
But like the offense was super explosive. You see big plays. They're moving super fast at a high pace. You know, it seemed very quarterback friendly from the outside, and then you get on the inside and you realize that it is, and it's everything that it looks like.
Yeah.
You've been in it for longer though, so you have
Yeah.
probably you know more about it than
Yeah.
me. So kind of tell me your thoughts on it.
I mean, I just love the way, obviously, like you said, Coach Hype, he was a quarterback. So he kind of understands, like what we look at in our
Yeah.
perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just also a genius. I just think the way we spread everybody out and we like to throw the ball down the field, and it's really simple and it's really complex at the same time.
Yeah.
But it creates great success for not only quarterbacks, but, receivers, running backs, O-linemen, tight ends. So hopefully we can just keep showcasing that this year.
So speaking of Hendon and Joe, you've played with a lot of good quarterbacks and at both places. Kind of tell me what that was like to be in the room with them.
Yeah, well, starting at UCF, when I got there, obviously Mackenzie Milton was a stud. Dylan Gabriel was there. And then I came to Tennessee, and Joe and Hendon were here. And those two guys were probably the best, talent-wise quarterbacks I've ever been a part of. And my first year here was Hype's first year here also. So it was a cool relationship we built. Just me kind of knowing the offense before I got here. It wasn't as hard for the coaches to, keep teaching me it. So I got to, help all the other quarterbacks out in the room in a way. But speaking about Hendon and Joe, like their leadership was pretty much off the charts. Hendon, I've learned so much from that guy. He does everything right off the football field, and I would come in on Saturdays and see him working, doing stuff up on the board, like everything off the field, that makes you a great leader.
Yeah.
And like even Joe did the same thing. And both of those guys' talent level is just crazy. It's probably the most insane thing I've ever seen. And, I feel like being in the quarterback room with all these type of guys for so long has made me a better player just because I've had to try to compete with those guys ever since I've been playing college football.
Yeah. No, I think they're both NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool you got to be in the room with both those guys.
Yeah.
With the same staff, too.
Yeah. Even, obviously Nico's, like, really talented. So it's just cool being a part. But I got to watch. I came in when Joe and Hendon came in a little bit after those guys.
Yeah.
And I got to watch them compete. And I got to watch literally everything they did from ground zero to where they are now. And it was really cool. And I got to learn a lot about, on the field with football stuff, X's and O's, and off the field.
Yeah. I think that was one of the cool things, too, when I came here was, like, when you and Nico both being in the room, getting able to see how you guys go about your business, watch you guys work, just how good of leaders y'all are and how hard y'all work was super cool to be able to see, and it's still cool to see. So I'm continuing learning from you guys.